Good afternoon, everyone. So I want to thank everyone for coming to tonight. All persons on this Zoom call are persons who have financially contributed to this process. What we're going to discuss tonight is direct minting. Now, first of all, what you need to do is to give you a little background on how this came to be and let you know the person who is behind this. Okay. So what I did was I actually contacted a client of mine, and we just got to talking. And what happened is that she's a very passionate individual. So what I did, I asked her to just be very focused on what she wants to do, so I can then come back to you, ladies and gentlemen, and express to you who she is. So she's a person who's frank, and she's a very straightforward person, but she loves people. She always believes in giving 110% of herself. Now, we understand that in life, persons who give of themselves a lot attract persons. So in life, she attracted me. You know, her mindset, her vision, the way how she pursues a higher version of herself. That is what drew me to her. Now, as it goes, I mean, I'm pretty good at IT and stuff. So that led us to discuss, what could I do with this skill set I have. So that tied in to her many years in the financial industry of Barbados. She's Barbadian, and she gave me a little snapshot of what she wants to do. She wants to be debt free in 5 months. Not only debt free in 5 months, she wants her home to be an income generating home. She pitched this idea to me. So then it came up with direct minting, what we're going to discuss tonight. And what she revealed to me is that she financially contributed to the system for many years, while at the same time educating herself, advancing herself. This may sound familiar to some of you. So imagine a person contributing to a system for many years, and in certain instances, sacrificing the relationship with her family for said career to find herself in this situation. So the reason why I'm starting with this preamble is to let you understand that this person is just a person like myself and you. I want to humanize this process I'm going to show you in a second. Let you understand that this is what you're connecting to. So a little bit about direct minting now. So over time, she had many opportunities to join certain ideas in Barbados, and she took the time to document what worked and what didn't work. So when she spoke to me, I said to her, well, the best way to design a system is a closed system, CLOSED, closed. So with that methodology, it allows everyone in the system to benefit without any need to recruit. And when I said that, she instantly loved it. Okay. So I'm going to give you a little rundown of how it works, and then we're going to push it from there. So what it was is that the certain challenges that we have is convincing other Barbadians to join the platform. Most persons ask you, well, have you benefited as yet? And the is literally egg before the chicken scenario. Like, if there isn't any person benefiting, who would actually deposit in the first place? So there have to be some persons who deposit first. That's the only way you can actually get testimonies. So that's where you lovely ladies and gentlemen come in. So all persons here are finding themselves in that category. So with that closed system, it will provide consistent benefits to all persons who contribute. No, so it is not only open to one person. It is designed to have 15 persons in the system, and those 15 persons are categorized by how often they receive either external methods of deposits. How often can they reinvest into the system? Yeah. So we understand that there are certain mechanisms in Barbados that would not call their names, but we all know what they are. It's based off a circular shape. I don't call the name of it, but a design of the name of that. And those have in it that zero growth metric and a constant need to recruit. So right now, I'm gonna give you a visual demonstration of how I designed this to work, and how you're gonna actually benefit from this, right? So just give me a quick second to bring up Excel here, and I'm gonna give you a very straightforward, simple explanation of how this all works. All right, so I'm gonna share Excel now, right? Okay, so we have a blank sheet here, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna split this in half. On the left-hand side, I'm gonna put the graphics, the visualization of how it works. And then on the right-hand side, I will give you the data metric of how it works. Okay, great. So 15 persons. 1, 2, 15. Let me just zoom into this so you can actually see it better. Here we go. So right off the bat, this is a closed system. It will always have 15 persons in it. So that way, no person is disadvantaged. So that is the direct pool, right? 15 persons. Each of those persons deposit 700 BBD. And that's it. That's all we have to do. And my system is immutable. IMMUTABL, meaning no change. So all those persons on here who are part of the other network I am running know that I'm constantly tinkering and I'm constantly making changes. Once this goes in, the system just runs off. It literally just starts to work because this is Barbadian currency, BBD, Barbadian currency. My system is designed to immutable make sure that it matches that by a US currency. So US dollars here, USD. $2,700, which is 5400 BBD. No, it does not take these funds, it just matches them. Great. Now, let's be honest. Not much persons in the financial climate that we're in can afford, one, giving Carl $2,700 one time, and two, you need to have it in the first place. Yeah. So what we've done is allow they're all there. Well, there's a 15% direct pool. There's always someone there in the waiting pool. Now we did something really cool with the waiting pool. Now I want you to listen. So I haven't done anything visual yet. I'm going after the numbers first. The visual pool mean any deposit above $100. Any deposit above 100 BBD. Right now over there. So these 15 persons can put in any amount they want, above $100. Okay. So let's say for argument, say this person put in $100, this person wants 150, this person put in $200. Let's truly random numbers here. This person 400 and 700, 1,000, 1,200, 400, and you see the idea I'm going. Just random numbers. The minimum, we're not allowing persons to go below $100, and yeah, and then so let's put it up $2,000, right here. Now, this means, and I'm going to show something really powerful, What the system does, it realizes that it has not met the base requirement for. There's no one person in here deposited $2,700. So what I do, currently I have 2 stacks, each put in $1,000 per day. That is the St. Lucie stack and the St. Peter stack. Now, the problem with that is that if you have multiple persons depositing to this, and then you switch on that $1,000 per day, that those persons need to have some methodology. Where do you send all those funds? Where do you send all those funds? Yeah. So there needs to be a person that can receive it and be able to, really benefit from all this. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna set you up with apps that can spread these funds around. Now, 2,700, that's Barbadian currency. If I send it to you, your bank is not gonna kick up us. But it'd be unfortunate for myself. It'd be unfortunate for me to start sending you those kind of funds, and you don't have any methodology of when your bank receives it. What do you do then? What do you do then? I don't think that's fair to you. So what I'm gonna do is, well, since I know I have these start opening it, let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break this into small parts so that when it gets to your bank, they don't there's no alarm bells going off. That's the first thing to do, right? So I'm gonna break this in 3 hours. 3 hours. Okay, great. So every 3 hours, 100 US comes to your account, $200 million. So that means it's not the full 1,000 US every day like clockwork, because that will cause an issue. The times are being spread across, right? So let's say 10 a.m. I actually start trading, and let's say by 1 p.m. you get your first $200. Then there's 4 p.m. Then there's 7 p.m. And you see what I'm going with, it's 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. and goes on like that. However, that means that your bank account is receiving multiple similar amounts. What you do, you don't wait till the funds get there. What you do, you contact your bank and you speak to your relationship manager. I mean, your relationship manager could be created out of three things. One, the person who you've always connected to since you open your bank account, and you speak to someone at the bank, that is your relationship manager. If you don't have one of those persons, you go to the bank, go to customer service, and indicate to them that you are part of a system called Bite-Size Nugget. That's my trading class. And as a result of that class, you are now going to be receiving funds from said class. The Central Bank of Barbados has a form, what I'm bringing up here, means is with Forex. That means that when you're not a professional trader, you're just in a class. But that falls under what? Education. So you have to classify these funds before they get to Barbados. So you fill this form, you take it back to your bank, and this person that you speak to, the person that you sit down, you talk to, you get the information, and that person is your relationship manager. Number three, this one is the clincher, actually, meaning that you know that this is just the beginning. We're not speaking about stats. This is only direct minting. Okay. So this, what I'm using is these two stats I already have already. So putting $1,000 per day, it would not be fun that I send 5,400 like this. This is so simple mathematics, not even realize it. 10 stacks equals to this times 10. 54,000. And what I'm proposing is 50,400. So this is you, and this is Carl. Equals to this minus that. No, I don't know where, but this is the person who designed it. Or each person just gives him 3,600. So you copy that all, because Carl is showing you 4 minutes immutable. So I can't change this. I can't come back next week and tell you how much I'm getting. So I have to tell you shortly about what I'm paying myself. Equals the sum of all this. Look at that. So everybody gets 50,400, but Carl decided, you know what, I'm going to spread what I'm receiving for this from a portion of what everybody's getting yourself. And that amount is not even being deducted from what you're getting. The stats will put this. I take $3,600 for myself and then send you the difference, right? Perfect. So this is the mathematics of it. Now, there's a really cool feature built into this, meaning that those persons who varying amounts. You're waiting. You're in the waiting pool. This is so cool. Most persons which are familiar with the shape in Barbados, that is very circular. You have to wait a long time to get in a specific location to receive from multiple persons. There's a term for it. And then the shit breaks in half, and then the whole habit starts all over again. And then it's a whole feeding frenzy to recruit people. There's no recruitment in this. There's always a waiting pool of 15 persons getting into the direct pool. There's always that. So there are always persons there to come into the pool. There are also persons who just received $50,400, but who want, this is a big market, I must say, BBD, who want to get back into the pool. So there's always, this is the hot spot. This is the hot spot, right? So yes, in your plan to want these funds in cryptocurrency, that's all that's possible, right? So the one thing I built into this, about say two things, is types and frequency. TYPS and frequency. Right. So there are three types. One is a person who deposits weekly. I quoted this into the system. The other type is a person who can deposit bi-weekly, as that number is twice a week. And as far as monthly, it's actually the other way around, actually. 4, 1, 2, yeah, 3 types that. But this person who's weekly, their frequency is 4, because they can put funds based on, this is not tied to your salary. Not tied to the salary. Not tied. This is based on when you receive, you come back. So a person who is aggressive, that they want to put funds into this every week, they are classified as a type 1 person, aggressive reinvestor. This is very aggressive reinvestor. This person gets the 50,400, this one here, and before the week up, they're right back in the direct pool, contributing to it. They've taken $2,700 out of where just reinvesting in the same. They're not even waiting to go again. They're not allowing anyone to take their position in the direct pool. They take equals to this minus $2,700. They keep, this is Barbadian currency, yes. They keep $47,700 for themselves, $47,700 for themselves, and they just redeposit, because this funds now they don't need to go back in here. They already have that from the same system. That's great. Now, the great thing about those persons in the waiting pool, they're not just there watching persons reinvest. One of the cool things that this is actual Bitcoin currency. But remember, my platform, my process can trade for the exact same amount in US currency. So when you deposit $2,700, my system does what? USD. It also has a trade for the exact same amount, $2,700. So direct minting works. Every one BBD is 1 USD. That's why I trained it to work. Okay, I trained it to work that way. So once you have that, you have a whole, when you're doing this, you have a series of access. So since that's the case, and then $50,400, that is $50,400 USD. Now that means this street value times 2, right? So person get their $50,400. That's fine. But this is actually what happened. The process I have, I'm ending up with the excess amount. Remember, these persons over here have shown initiative. They are not waiting to get into the direct pool. They're actually making the deposits, waiting for a position. Okay, they're waiting very patiently. Okay, so persons have to realize that I have to find someone, because if personally the funds are not coming to me, I have to find some person to send the funds to. So when this happens, look, there are persons over here waiting to receive as well. So what I do, I share those funds with those persons as well too. So take this, literally copy it, whatever it does. So those persons here, that's how you can instantly, because the funds are already waiting for you. Yeah. You haven't, I haven't used your deposit to beef it up to $2,700 yet. But the minute that happens, there's already funds there waiting for you to receive. The reason for it because is the whole direct maintenance part of it. But great. So there's no need to go and trade. So when you get the 2,200, I don't have to do the same process again. All I have to do is to take this, do it once, do one pass. And I have a whole bunch of excess funds I need to share with other Barbadians. And the way the pool facilitates that. Yeah. And remember, your funds are not being used. So all these funds here is even more funds we can actually use going forward. And what I decided to do is that the core 15 can actually use this part. Right? So this is very straightforward. Step one, you make a deposit of any amount. Deposit. Right. Step one, deposit any deposit amount any above $100. Step one, right? Any deposit above $100. Step two, either direct deposit or allow the funds to increase that value. Once it gets here, my algorithm takes it. Remember, it's immutable. I can't change it. I can't do anything with it. It just goes off and does what it does. Now, when it does that, I cannot take 50,400 Bitcoin and send it to you. There's no banking market that will allow me to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down in smaller parts. Every 3 hours, a certain amount based on your deposit, the frequency affects it. Yeah, because total transparency here, in Barbados, the default deposit is $100. You may have more funds, and that's just being plain common sense, really. You may have X amount in your bank, but you're gonna put in $100 to see. I'll see if it works. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I that's one of the reasons why I put the minimum deposit at $100 because it fits the requirements of what Barbadians do. When you join platforms, okay, I'll put in $100 to this and to see what happens. Great. Now, coming down the lane, once step two is matched, is all up to Carl now. Carl already has himself sorted out. This coin right here is what Carl pays himself. So there's no one. I can speak incorrect and I can speak in full transparent. I've never seen a person come on the internet and design a system and show everyone what he's paying himself. Yeah. So you can see here clearly what Carl is paying. Carl's paying himself this coin in blue. That's what I'm paying myself. You get this, but I get that. But you really this makes so because I am doing this for every person, and I can spread across the line because I know the sum of all parts. Yeah, I'm not doing the flip. I'm not doing this. I'm not giving you that amount. I'm not giving you this amount. I'm keeping that for myself. Remember, there's always the compound repetitiveness. This is a system I've designed. So over a period of amount of time, it adds up. And what I'm really after is to allow Barbados to benefit from this. This is not a get rich quick platform for myself. I designed it. So yes, I will benefit financially, but that is not my end game. My end game is to connect with a person like a client who is a generous person, and she acquired my services to develop this for her. Great. So it should be step one, any deposit. Step two, that amount is beefed up, or direct deposit, whichever comes first. And then my step three, which is the immutable element. Step three cannot change. Once it starts, it runs off. and never stops until it meets its amount. And what I'm doing to bridge it, I'm using the stacks to send $200 billion to your account every 3 hours. That way, it doesn't throw up any big bells in your finances, and it still ends up in the amount they want. No, weekly frequency is 2, and monthly is 1. So this person is very aggressive. This person here is a strategic investor. And this one, this is a long-term. This person knows that they're in it for long-term. So all three types have levels of interest, but all person, I quoted it to detect active involvement, how the person views this and how they approach it. Now, since it is not tied to salary, I must be fully letting we be aware of this, is that direct minting has an impact on the app I'm developing. The app I'm developing is called Snapshot. I think it's best that I let you know this. What Snapshot does, it looks at your bank balance and literally replicates what it sees. Yeah. So you go to your bank, you don't make any deposit, you just do a statement, upload it to Snapshot, and Snapshot creates it in cryptocurrency and sends it to your wallet. That's it. No, you must understand that the process, since this is, I don't want you to suffer the same situation I would suffer, meaning an excess amount of funds, and you have no way of explaining where it came from. There's a term for that, it's called money laundering. Yeah. So that's way is that since this has a direct impact on your banking information, unfortunately, Snapshot will not be available to you. So it's that you have to choose. So it's either Snapshot or this. Yeah. So persons who want to have that feature, unfortunately, when the system picks up that you are a direct minting benefactor, I won't call that word, Snapshot will not be available to you. I just want to let persons know that in total transparency. All right, so visuals now. Visuals. Okay, so I think this part is going to be much more easy to understand all of those numbers. Okay, great. So let me start shape here. And this is a stack. We all know what a cylinder looks like. And then put another one. I'll put it into different colors. No, that's direct minting. You may not say, Carl, you did all this fancy numbers, but all you did was just show two cylinders and change the color, and you're finished. It's as simple as that. Because one BBD in actual sense is 50 cents USD. By train my app to do this, RGB. Now let me show how awesome this is. Yeah, this is 100.0. That's $100. This is BBD. Okay. Now, if we take this decimal value, let's take it and put it here. Now, let me copy it. If this is, and put it over here, everything slays down. It becomes 1, 0, 0. And when we see 1 full stop and 2 zeros, that's $1. When we see 1, 0, 0, see $100. So you see the pattern here. So all I'm doing, I'm just taking the value that I put in and doing some color shifting, moving from red to blue. I'm moving this way. I'm moving the decimal point to the right. That's all I'm doing. How I traded my algorithm to work. So when I save, when they send $1, $1 BBD, all my algorithm does is it just generates is a balance. It does the exact same thing, but in US currency, 1, 1, 1. But we all know that in actual fact is this 2, 2, and 2. No, that's fine for 1-to-1, but to get these kind of numbers, I'm a little bit more aggressive, right? So since that this is numerical changes, I'm moving the decimal place. So $1, 1.00. Let me increase that to 2 decimal places. Right? Then $10 is 10.00. Then $100 is 100 to 0 point in decimal point. And then 1,000. That's 10%, right? But what if we took the decimal point out of this? This number becomes $1,000. This becomes $100. 1 and 4 zeros is 1,000, and 1 and 5 zeros is 10,000. Simple as that. So using an integer value and telling my program, don't recognize the decimal point here. Move it over here. Move it to the right. Move the decimal point to the right. So when you move the decimal point over this value, it becomes decimal. And you put these as the values, and that is it. Very simple to understand. So once I do that, I have to find some Barbadians because any system that works with this keeps on growing and growing and growing and growing up, and up and up, and then you will see my name in the paper for the wrong reasons. Yeah. So what I found the best to do is to take the stats and let them do this. Decrease, 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 and then inflate. Personal funds, reinvesting, 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 and then the invest person get these withdrawals where I pay. PayPal, First Caribbean, PayPal, EcoPays, and others. And then persons will deposit, some persons will wait home get in. So remember, this funds here are your funds, and that I'm not even sharing the ebb and flow of that. I can be constantly worrying about slow amounts. And that way the system is manageable. It doesn't get over hand because there are always 15 persons waiting to get into the direct pool. And then there are persons who are also being classified as aggressive reinvestors. So every week they put their funds back in. And that way there is no need to recruit because the system itself is sustaining itself. And you may think that my algorithm is doing the hard work. It really isn't. The algorithm is mutable. I can't change it. It's just coded to do something. And when you based on your deposit, it then takes this, runs through the same process up to this specific value, and it's hard coded in. Yeah. And it looks for 15 persons who believe in it. They may not be full $20, but they want to see it works, and that is it. All right. So that will bring me to I don't want to belabor the point and go over and over again. This is a very straightforward demonstration from using numbers in an Excel sheet. What direct maintenance is on the right hand side. On the left hand side is a very simple understanding of how it works. Person deposit what they can. That's the blue part. And then my system, the algorithm I built, is trained to see one Barbadian currency. Right? It sees one Barbadian currency as one US. So if it sees that way, pocket option trades in US. So when I trade for like any amount in pocket options, I know that's twice. Don't mind I deposited $10 Beijing, which is actually for US. But I train my program to see that as 10 US. and it goes to replace that one. And then you ended up with a whole bunch of accessible funds, and then you share that with those 15 persons, they benefit, and then just keep going like that. All right. So that's it. I just want to let persons know that is pretty much the recording for the right now.